You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business, and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Good morning and welcome to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business and your business.
But you're going to have to change that whole thing, I think.
You do?
Yeah.
What makes you think I would change any part of that?
Because I think it's time for an upgrade, a little, need to, what do you call that?
What if I just...
Modification.
Right. Good morning and welcome to the Experience Pros radio show. Voted across the entire community as the #1 best radio show. No other parameters. Best radio show.
Well, morning. That's morning.
Morning radio show.
Only, not in the afternoon, not in the evening, not late in the middle of the night.
But how about right now?
Right now, yes.
Congratulations.
You too. Colorado Community Media is starting their announcements this week for the best of the best. Lots of local companies are just so excited. They finally get to wear the badge so proudly. They were voted by the community, by their customers, by their Frank Circle friends, relatives, associates, neighbors, customers, and yes, the Experience Pros radio show is the #1 best morning radio show.
And we are very, very grateful for all those people who supported us by way of their votes. In addition to that, the Extreme Customer Service Directory was voted best customer service.
Best customer service. You're looking for the best in customer service? Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory, found only at experiencepros.com. And yes, we won for best customer service. Should not be a surprise, but wow, what a bummer that would have been had we not. But yes, Extreme Customer Service Directory, known for the best in customer service. So make sure whenever you're looking for a new company to do business with, that you search first at experiencepros.com. We narrow it down to only 3 in your area, 3 companies in your area, so it's easy to pick and choose. They've all been pre-qualified.
Exactly right. Vetted with a 16-step vetting process for what we call extreme customer service. Look, we're not going to do a background check on you guys. If you want to hire ex-con, that's okay with us. If you we're not going to do a financial check on you because, frankly, most small businesses would not pass a financial inspection. All we care about experience. Do you love your customers? And more to the point, your customers love you.
Absolutely. Only $1,500 a year for the annual membership. You can apply at experiencepros.com. But yes, named best in customer service and the Experience Pros radio show, best morning radio show.
You know, we're very proud, not because we are winning the accolades, but because every vote for Experience Pros is a vote for small business. We, if you've listened to the show for a long time, we don't take a lot of the glory here. We pass it along. We share other small businesses with you. That's the whole point. That's the point of Braggin Friday. That's the point of getting it all together, linking arms with the best in business, best in networking, best in community service, and bringing it all to you every single day here on the Experience Pros radio show. So again, we are very proud and yet humbled at the same time. We're grateful for your support. This just in out of Adelaide, Australia. You remember Adelaide, Australia. Adelaide is where our good friend Michael Russo used to call in from every single day.
Yeah, he had to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to participate. And after many, many sleepless nights, and then he had a baby, his doctor said, you know what, I think you should take a break on this.
Nobody's getting any younger, that's for sure. But Michael Russo and another woman in Adelaide, Australia, have had complications due to their skinny pants.
Complications due to their skinny pants?
Skinny jeans send Australian woman, and quite possibly Michael Russo, will check in on him to make sure he's okay, to the hospital with nerve damage.
Nerve damage from wearing her jeans too tight?
That is correct. She apparently did one too many squats in those tight-fitting jeans.
I'll tell you what, there are times, you take off like a pair of tight shoes, and you've got all these like indentations in your feet. Your socks, at the end of the day, you can see a little indentation.
Yep.
Sometimes your jeans, you can see the whole seam like down the side of your leg. And but actual nerve damage.
Nerve damage. She was helping somebody move, and she was doing strenuous activity while wearing these very tight pants. Lots of bending and lifting and squats and things like that. And she passed out.
Oh, my God.
And so they rushed her to the hospital.
Sad.
The jeans had to be cut off of her because her legs had swollen so much, and had 4 days of very serious nerve damage.
That's horrible.
Right?
It's horrible. And we all do. I mean, right? For looks. We will suffer. We will suffer just, it hurts, but they're pretty. It hurts, but they look good. But who'd have ever thought that you'd actually pass out from your jeans being too tight?
This is what the talking heads were saying on the TVs today. You got all the people saying, "Oh gosh, that's a crying shame," but you knew the damage, you knew the risk when you took it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, you didn't.
Knew that you're going to suffer for it. You're going to put those on. They're way too tight for you.
You shouldn't think you were going to.
Same thing happens with heels. Same thing happens with all kinds of things that you got to be careful.
No, because back in the day they used to wear corsets, right? They used to wear those corsets.
And they still do.
So darn tight. And those could make you pass out, but that's way up high on your rib cage. Your skinny jeans.
Corsets, 6-inch heels, and skinny jeans, all in the news today. It's all the same conversation, and you actually made the point for it.
You know what? It's just you men. You men just want us all to go around naked.
Stop it. It is not what that's about.
I think so. You're like, take it off.
We'll be back with legitimate
you don't
business
want us. You don't want us walking around in like a gunny sack, a potato sack. No, you want us to look pretty. You like it when we look pretty.
We'll be back with legitimate business talk right after these messages.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Finding care for an aging parent or loved one can be a simple and hassle-free process with Home Care Assistance Denver by your side. They are locally owned and provide hourly as well as 24/7 live-in services by caregivers that are custom-matched based on client needs. They personalize every care plan to fit your loved one's very specific needs. Call them today to schedule your free in-home assessment. 720-443-3371. 720-443-3371. More information can be found at homecareassistancedenver.com. They love serving your loved ones. Call now, 720-443-3371.
When your IT person says, your VPN's PPTP failed because the IP conflict caused a protocol failure, all you seem to hear is, blah, blah, money, blah, blah, last time. We're C-Squared Computer Consulting, and we speak geek fluently, but we translate when talking to you. When you understand the issues, you can better prioritize your money and time. Our managed services provide a stable spending model with system monitoring and trust. Call C-Squared Computer Consulting today at 303-933-1113 or go to c2cc.net.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place for finding the companies who have the best customer testimonials. Plus, to make it even easier, we narrowed down the field to only 3 companies in your area. If you need a printer in the metro area, we have it. If you need ink and toner, we have it. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at experiencepros.com. Experiencepros.com for the best in customer service. When you're looking for the best, think Experience Pros. You can feel good about doing business with the pros.
Friends, this is Eric, and I want to turn you on to a fantastic bi-monthly patriotic newsletter I've discovered. It's called The Pen, and it's a compilation of numerous patriotic writers packed with political information that you won't find in the newspaper. Contact my friend Beth Ann for a free sample copy at csctalkradio.com or send $24.95 to P.O. Box 73, California, Missouri 65018 to receive The Pen for an entire year. The Pen, promoting liberty and keeping patriots informed. Subscribe today. csctalkradio.com. That's csctalkradio.com.
Let's face it, you're stuck. Sure, your business is stable, but you've been floundering it even for too long. It's time to call Stephanie Scheller. Stephanie is a systems, business, and marketing coach who's helped over 300 companies improve their results by setting up systems and holding them accountable to trackable growth. Sometimes all you need is a fresh perspective and a little bit of accountability to break through to the next level of your success story. Call Stephanie today, 210-426-6956, and just talk to her. 210-426-6956. She can help. It's your business. Call today.
Advertising is really effective, especially for small business. Turn your company into a household name by advertising on the Experience Pros radio show. We'll help you build a trusted reputation with the professionals who listen to the program. You'll connect with the right audience and at the right price. Advertise with the Experience Pros radio show. Sign up at experiencepros.com and put your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue. Sign up today and start advertising with the Experience Pros at experiencepros.com.
Ken Clark, Freedom 560. This afternoon at 1 on KLZ 560.
Hi, this is Dr. Ivan Meisner, New York Times bestselling author and founder of BNI, the world's largest networking organization. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, the #1 best positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Hey, welcome back to the big show. You've really hit close to home when our phones start erupting about right after that 30-second delay. Listeners calling in, giving their opinions on the segments.
Yeah, actually, we hit a nerve when Eric uses his Angel, like that deep voice. Hey now.
What are you talking about?
Hey now. Getting a little too close to speaking the truth voice.
Because you think all men want their women to be naked? Is that what you said?
Am I wrong?
Listen,
Am I even a little bit wrong?
We're talk about time management now.
That'll save you lots of time. Think about how much time we spend trying to figure out what to wear to work every single day. Just skip the whole thing. Well, we found some really fun, really quick time management tips. Of course, it's kind of counterproductive. If you're going to do something, you've got to take an hour to set up, but it's going to save you 5 minutes. Like, is that really a good time management tip?
Some of these things are going to save you even more than 5 minutes. So these are some great tips. First of all, track everything. You want to find out where you're wasting time? Track your time. Make a journal.
Yeah, and learn from it. So you're going to see, do you really spend? In fact, one of the things I did recently, my daughter got the new Apple Watch, so she gave me her old Fitbit to try, because I'm not really sure if I'm into that. Like, who cares how many steps I walk?
Does that even touch your wrist?
Well, this one, the band is too big.
Yeah,
so,
it doesn't even look like it fits at all, not even a little bit.
Ordering a little bit. She's ordering me a new one.
All right.
But it's tracking some different things, like how active I am during the day. Like if I had some extremely active times, not just when I'm walking. And the amount of time that I think that I'm really active and the time that it says that I am, two different things.
Well, the technology's broken and it doesn't fit, so it's probably not monitoring well.
Maybe that's it. But think about this. Think about how much time you spend in your day, and you think, oh my gosh, I'm so busy and I'm so productive. I'm doing all this stuff. It takes me forever to do this project. Turns out you spend a half of the time dawdling and really only half the time getting the work done. So when you just take 1 week and track your activities and really what you do, I think you're going to be really surprised at how much time you're actually wasting.
Oh, no.
Going back and forth to things and just having goof-off time.
Yeah. Speaking of which, schedule or block out any distractions. Restrain yourself from email, social media, and what? Did you write that? All right.
Tracking your bad habits helps you become aware of how much time they're taking away from you.
I don't have any bad habits.
Never schedule yourself 100%. Leave some space for new ideas. Those days where you're just back-to-back meetings, it's exhausting. You actually need a little cushion, kind of like driving, a little cushion of space around you. You need a cushion around each of your events. If you're going to a networking event or you're meeting with people, you need a follow-up time, some time to kind of catch up, write your notes, write your thank you cards, do some follow-up, be creative, be innovative, just have some breathing space in there.
When that time does get tight and you're under the pressure, like I usually am, just ignore email completely. What? You wrote this list, didn't you?
You know, it was on Inc. magazine.
Right.
But here's the thing. When you are under pressure, when you are trying to get something done, turn off the phone, turn off the email, get the project done. Work on the task at hand, and that's the next thing. Focus on one thing at a time. You're not multitasking.
Nobody is good at multitasking.
You're distracting. You're stopping what you're doing, reading your email, going back, and now you've got to get back into it, checking your Facebook notifications. You go back into your project, and so, you know, how long does it take to write a 60-second intro?
Yeah.
It should take 60 seconds.
No.
It doesn't take 4 hours, and it definitely doesn't take a week. Here's Eric's comment to me. Angel, I'm working on that.
I am working on it.
I'm working on that. Yeah, what's it take to make that phone call, to work on that?
Good Lord. Here's one. List the three things that you must get done daily on where?
On your whiteboard.
Whiteboard!
Or on your little sticky note on your computer.
No sticky notes.
Your little things. These are the main things that you need to get done, and that you're taking the time. Those are the, what do they call it? Your frogs, right? The things you don't want to do. They're the big tasks. They're the things that are really what you're getting paid to do in the first place. All the other stuff's just fluff.
What's a frog?
I don't remember. It was kind of a time management tool.
Oh,
like eat your biggest frogs first or something like that.
All right.
Okay, all right. Not literally.
Well,
figuratively.
You said it. I'm just listening.
Yeah.
Every 10 minutes you spend on planning saves you an hour in execution. This is why it takes me a week.
You're not planning nothing. You're not planning nothing. You're in the moment. You're not planning ahead. When you plan ahead and you think ahead, then you're prepared for. So, for example.
Who wrote the original one?
Who wrote the original what?
What you're talking about.
What am I talking about?
You're talking about the intro to the show.
Oh, the intro to the show.
Yeah.
I moved on.
Well, no, you apparently haven't, because it's taken you a week, Eric. Why aren't you writing the intro to the show? Why did you do?
I know, we do need a new one.
I know, I'm working on it.
I know, we started working on it 2 weeks ago.
No, it was a week ago.
Okay, a week ago.
Right.
All right, so, geez, where was I going to go with that?
Set a strict
About
time limit
planning
for meetings.
ahead. Planning, for every 10 minutes you spend on planning, it saves you an hour in execution. And think about that, because you're rushing around, you're wasting, you're going back and forth between things, and you're wasting time. Like when my best one is when I talk about your wardrobe. Before you even put your laundry, away in the closet, that it's pressed and ready to wear. So then in the morning you save yourself time.
Yes.
Yes. You don't like that one, do you?
It's not my favorite.
No, I know.
I've not mastered that rule yet.
No, but wouldn't it be nice if you went into your closet in the morning?
Oh,
everything there was just available, right?
I wish I had a concierge, and I wish you were hot. Saying, here, Eric, you would look fantastic in this today. I don't have that.
Turn your key tasks into habits.
Keep your things tidy, because there's no bigger time killer than a lost pen or set of keys or sunglasses, as it was the case, or power
plug. Our friends at majormom.biz, they say that we spend about an hour a day looking for misplaced items, things that we just don't know where they are. And you're shuffling stuff around on your desk, you're looking for things, you've misplaced things. An hour every day, that's 7 hours a week.
Yeah.
What's that? 7 times 30 is 200 hours a month. What could you do? What could you do with 200 hours in a month?
I am an overachiever. I think I exceed that.
I think you absolutely do.
All right. Hey, listen, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about business strategy. And there are several different models, one of which you probably fall into. But it's time for your update and refresher course. Business strategy is coming up next on the award-winning Experience Pros radio show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
The business professionals at Extreme Relationship Management know that networking is one of the best ways to create word-of-mouth marketing for your business. They also know that many of you feel like it's a complete waste of time. The difference is knowing how to network and what to do with all those business cards that you collect. Tune in every Thursday to learn about the ERM networking laws, and be sure to sign up for the next ERM class. Extreme Relationship Management offers training and events to help you realize how rewarding networking can be. Train the ERM way. Find them online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com and call 855-I-LIKE-ERM to find out more about their next class.
Let's face it, most phone systems are old and outdated, or they're so complicated it takes a PhD just to change your voicemail. Introducing Edgetronics, your answer to all your business telephone needs. Edgetronics is authorized and certified by ABIA, and they'll not only replace your old phones with new solutions, they'll train your staff on how to get the most out of them. Proudly serving up and down the Front Range for over 10 years, Edgetronics wants to be your next phone system provider. Call them today at 303-766-1699 or online at Edgetronics, that's with an X.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Gentlemen, it's time to step it up a notch. I'm talking about your clothing. Sure, we're all super casual here in Colorado, but there's something to be said for dressing to match your market. You need personal stylist Michelle Martinez. Michelle will come to where you are, custom measure you for an unmatched fit, and help you find your next outfit, all without breaking the bank. Luxury starts with premium materials, and Michelle's got the best Italian fabrics. And talk about value, your clothes delivered straight to you, saving you tons. Call Michelle today, 720-261-4914. That's 720-261-4914.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432, NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Haystack Health Radio was Scott Wadley, today at noon on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show, voted best morning radio show in Colorado. Thank you so very much. We appreciate your support.
And we know it took a lot of votes, and in fact, that was one of the little pieces of feedback that we received from Colorado Community Media was we got a lot of votes. So let us just say thank you. Thank you for those who took the time every single day to vote. Those who are still voting for us every single day on the Big Business Small Game competition to win the Super Bowl commercial. It is, this is just the dedication of a community coming together, and we love that there's a community. I think that's one of the unique things about the Experience Pros Network is how much we work together for each other. It isn't just, okay, we've all joined in and it's all just about me and what am I going to get out of it, but how do we come together and actually create this powerful referral network that really does promote each other and lift each other up. In fact, one of the benefits that happened this week from the Experience Pros Network, actually last week, was one of our members, Safe Pro Guard, was up for a competition with Chase Bank to win a $100,000 grant. Lots of people were competing. In order to hit the first round and kind of make it through the first round,
to be considered for this grant,
you had to get 250 votes. And in the last 3 days of the competition, he was 100 votes down. And so he came to the network, and we all rallied for him. And in 2 days, we got him the 100 votes that he needed, and with a day to spare.
Just such an awesome community that we have here with the Experience Pros Radio Show, our listeners, and those people who are members of the Extreme Customer Service Directory. We cannot possibly thank you enough.
No, and that's why we're here, right? And so we invite you to participate and join us. Check out experiencepros.com. Check out the membership directory. Do business with the folks that are supporting your favorite business talk show.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about business strategy. Now, this is not the most sexy of all the topics that you may hear on the show here. However, it is a critical element to your business success. So let's roll up our sleeves a little bit and get into it. One way or another, you have a model that is built on a strategy, and if you think you don't have a strategy, you have one and it's failing. And yet, let's talk about what those different models could be and how they are leveraged, and the strategies are leveraged to the success.
Absolutely. We're going to talk about 3 different ways, different business strategies your business can have. Oh, 4?
I think so.
Oh, okay, maybe 4.
There you go.
All right, 4 ways. Quality, focusing on quality, focusing on cost, focusing on your niche, or valuing leadership.
Right.
Okay, all right, got it. There are 4.
All right, so when talking about, you're either going to market yourself as we have the highest quality. Ford went through this just a couple of years ago. They changed their mantra, their tagline to quality is job one.
Right, and you know those companies that really emphasize and focus on quality. A lot of times they include different processes. It's not the people that moves their business forward, but it's that improved quality and the process. Six Sigma is probably applied in those businesses. TQM, which is total quality management. Other quality improvement services where you focus on employee development, you use advertising and PR to create a prestigious image. It is all about the quality and the luxury.
And we should say that during the life cycle of a business, small or big, you will see various strategies employed. This is not how you say, this is it, we're going to stay here and focus on this alone. You can see them switching over. It is. I remember I used to work for Starbucks during their quality focus, and they came in and said, we're going back to the basics, we're getting rid of all the music and the extra stuff in the stores, and we're going straight to we make the best coffee. And we had to train over and over and over again on the quality of the product that we went out.
Another business strategy is cost focus. This often happens when you have the accountants and CPAs, kind of the CFOs at the head of the company.
They would like it to happen more often, that's for sure.
They absolutely would. Cost-focused initiatives seek to achieve the lowest end user price possible, decreasing costs along the value chain, even possibly reaching back through the supply chain to spot inefficiencies and improve processes for cost minimization. Everything is about the dollar.
Here's the problem with that. If you allow the dollar to be your driver, you will always be undercut. There is always somebody who will develop a way to do what you do for less money and then drive that straight down the chain to the customer as well.
But a lot of times, if you are focusing on the cost, business level strategies for cost control include implementing automated production or automated service processes, keeping your workforce lean, sourcing low-cost materials, and outsourcing non-vital business functions. And I think a lot of startups end up, kind of at this space. You don't have a lot of capital, so everything is about keeping the operations as lean as possible. But that is a phase of your business.
And you are also training the behavior of your customer. If you continue to go for that lowest price level as your marketing, we are the lowest price. Well, then you are training your customer to require the lowest price. And so should something happen like gas prices rise, and therefore you need to increase your prices beyond that of somebody who can get it at wholesale level, well, guess what? Your customers won't be pleased with you because you have broken the very rule that you train them on.
All right, next focus is focusing on your niche. Developing products and services for a niche market is a unique endeavor that can be more personally rewarding than financially at times.
I think this is one of our favorite ones.
You know what? But I think you have to start with a niche market. I think for small businesses to build a relationship, to improve your costs, do you spend money everywhere? This helps you to focus in on where you spend money on marketing and PR, helps you keep that quality control. I actually think when you've got your niche, like all of these other pieces kind of fall into it. But think about this. It's, you can create a hugely successful business serving a niche market.
Absolutely.
And I think that sometimes we think, okay, if I focus on one little market, then I'm not going to do business with all those other people, but I want to do business with everybody who will pay me.
Do business with them. It's just not, those aren't the people that you're target marketing and going after.
Well, consider, I don't know, Apple. Remember when they first started,
Sure.
They offered a product that only a small, teeny-weeny percentage of the market was interested in, and they grew it from there. And so think about the benefit there. It's really easy for people when they hear about you to say, that's me, or I know who should do business with you.
You know, it's funny you raise Apple because, you know, all through our growing up years, Angel, you heard the argument against Apple from those who embraced Microsoft that for every one program that Apple offered, because it's so niche, you know, down to their specifications, that Microsoft had 10,000 of those same products, and you had a sea of choices. Who's the big dog now? Apple, the #1 largest corporation in the world.
Well, if you're focusing on niche marketing, market research is the key business level strategy. And
Yes.
you'll find out as much as possible about your niche customers' needs, their wants, their unique way of using products, and you'll craft your products and services around their needs.
So you've got quality, you've got cost, and you've got niche, and all those things come together in something called the value leadership mentality of strategies. The value leadership business level strategy mixes cost and quality focused to find the perfect middle ground. And as with niche marketing, research and testing are the key to value leadership.
All right, so there's your focuses on your, and just know that throughout this life cycle of your business, you'll focus on different elements in your marketing and in your processes and in your business strategy.
You bet.
And so just knowing where you are right now kind of just helps you to stay focused, to know that this is okay. This is a building block and a stepping stone to my business. Right now we're focusing on cost. Right now we're focusing on quality. Right now we're focusing on niche. Like, where are you at in your business model? And just know that it's a stepping stone to the next one.
You know, and this is an unsolicited advertisement, if you will, but as we're talking about that, and as you're mentioning the different cycles and whatnot, I'm drawn to James Fisher's book, Navigating the Growth Curve, because it talks with crystal clear terms about the 7 different levels of business and where each one of these focuses might be more beneficial than the other.
Well, absolutely. And I think that as small business, as you hit a phase in your business of growth, because it's painful, because it's challenging, because it's new, you tend to want to revert back to the old way, because like, this isn't working, and should we push through this gate? And when you've read the Growth Curve Institute, you'll see, yes, once I push through this gate, good things are on the other side.
Absolutely.
But when you know what's coming down, and I think that's one of the things I love about the book too, Growth Curve Institute, is you can anticipate. This is the challenge that we're going to face as this next phase, as we're growing.
Yep.
So then you're not freaked out when it happens. You're like, oh, we're growing. This is the right next step for my business. And so you're able to push through it.
I want to give one of those away. Call us at 303-477-5600 right now, 303-477-5600. First person who calls gets the Navigating the Growth Curve book from James Fisher and the Growth Curve Institute, courtesy of the Experience Pros radio show, 303-477-5600. Hey, does your website suck? Talk about it on the other side of these messages.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436, 303-734-9436.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service, coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products, means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place for finding the companies who have the best customer testimonials. Plus, to make it even easier, we narrowed down the field to only 3 companies in your area. If you need a printer in the metro area, we have it. If you need ink and toner, we have it. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at experiencepros.com. experiencepros.com for the best in customer service. When you're looking for the best, think Experience Pros. You can feel good about doing business with the pros.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Every day, hundreds, if not thousands of people are searching online for what your business has to offer. SharpNet Solutions can help you get found, just like they did for Vera at Love Bug Matchmaking.
SharpNet has really helped our business expand to 60 miles around our business. Being able to be seen online and being able to be seen through searches has made an enormous difference.
SharpNetSolutions.com or 303-900-4988.
Advertising is really effective, especially for small business. Turn your company into a household name by advertising on the Experience Pros radio show. We'll help you build a trusted reputation with the professionals who listen to the program. You'll connect with the right audience and at the right price. Advertise with the Experience Pros radio show. Sign up at experiencepros.com and put your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue. Sign up today and start advertising with the Experience Pros at experiencepros.com.
John Rush, today at 3 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
You got me running, going out of my mind. You got me thinking that I'm with
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. Quick qualification here and correction. I said that Apple was the largest corporation in the world, and they are not. According to different sources, they are either 7th or 17th on that ranking. However, the source that I was trying to recall and misspoke about is that according to Brand's Power List, Apple just beat Google to be named the world's most valuable brand. So that was the reference that I was trying to make, and I apologize for misspeaking.
All right, so let's talk about your website a little bit. No.
Oh.
The word that I have and that we're talking about today in the calendar isn't so much does it
suck,
but is it boring?
Oh.
Is it boring?
Well, then if it is, it sucks.
Did you know that it only takes less than 10 seconds, it's probably like 7, for your website visitors to decide if they're interested at all in what you have to offer? You know, think about what they see when they get there and what they're looking for.
You
what
can't rolling down the stairs.
Brought them to you in the first place. So let's see. After browsing the habits of 2 billion page hits of 205,873 different websites,
wow.
10 seconds doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but first impressions truly are. So let's talk about a little bit about some branding. You know, what makes a boring website versus an engaging website, and then how to hopefully keep it a little bit more engaging.
All right. So first of all, if you only have 10 seconds, you got to keep it simple, right?
Well, absolutely.
Don't waste any time.
No. All right. So, you know, think about that. You definitely don't want to waste that small, teeny little window of opportunity on words that are overcomplicated. That is a page that is, you know, too confusing, too much information on there, all these like flashy moving parts. Do you ever click on a link that you found on Facebook, some fun little article, and it takes you then to the site. And there's like all these like moving pictures and flashy stuff all over.
It looks like straight out of 1995.
And each little sentence is its own page. And you got to hit next, and really, it's really where the advertisement is, and you always accidentally click on that. I mean, it is a mess. I end up, once I click on it, I get out of there as fast as I can. Not the behavior you want to train your own visitors.
No. Another thing in keeping it unboring, if you will, if that's a word, keep it credible. Listen, if you cannot spell, hire someone who can. Classic example, one of our clients received an invitation to join a group of people, and I went and our client said, Eric, what do you think about this? So I went and checked out their credibility, and their credibility was questionable at best because they couldn't spell not a sentence went by without one or two misspellings in the sentence. And I thought, you're trying to create this industry revolution, and you can't even spell revolution, much less industry.
Which means you probably did it in a hurry, right? And you rushed through it. We have some content experts on our Extreme Customer Service Directory.
True.
So they'll blog for you, write for you, edit for you, all of that. But spelling and grammar errors, anything derogatory, unprofessional, or even overly personal. I mean, your bio can be very personal, but anything overly personal where it takes away from the professionalism and the credibility. Content that is considered distasteful unless that's the brand and where you're going.
Right.
And then false facts or inflated qualifications are always a no-no. People can totally research you and find out if you're making all this stuff up.
All right, so what makes a boring website?
All right, so boring website versus an engaging website. Boring websites uses all formal writing. And this is like the King James version of website. Thou shalt all, go here and content this. And
how about writing the way that you speak?
Yeah, it's something that we can actually relate to. And so being a little bit more informal, a little bit more casual, a little more relatable in the word choices means keeping it to where a fourth grader can read it, keeping it simple. Doesn't mean that you've got to throw away that college education. It just means being relatable.
All right.
Okay, a boring website lacks at least a little humor. Unless you're a medical journal or an instruction manual, try to make your writing fun to read. And so an engaging website
includes humor in small doses, especially intelligent wordplay. Wait. Yes, all of those punny puns.
They're relatable, right? And if you've got fun photos and engaging little infographics that go along with it that just make it engaging and interesting, like I want to read that, I want to get more information to it. All right? A boring website uses too many be verbs,
all
as
those
in
state of being verbs,
is, are, was, were, etc.
An engaging website uses strong action verbs way more than the being verbs. Don't use state of being verbs. They don't motivate anything. They don't get any.
But, we've all, you can actually go and do the Google search for some call to action and fun things that you can get people to do. Check out some fun websites you like to visit and check it out. We don't need 1,000 pages. We don't need a lot of content. What we need is short little snippets, because remember, most of the time when people are looking at your website, they're doing it on a smartphone.
A boring website contains overly long paragraphs that threaten to make your eyes bleed.
You've been there, you've read it, you've seen it, and you have to scroll through and scroll through and scroll through and scroll through.
To that copywriter guy that I know.
I know. It's boring. Boring.
Tell me about an engaging website.
You're not afraid of the return button. It realizes if long paragraphs are necessary, they should be used for specific pages, such as blogs or bios, and you should be able to escape and get out of there really quickly.
By the way, please don't go. We've given you boring versus engaging. Don't go over the top. Okay? An over-the-top website uses irreverent or offensive humor. That's not okay.
Yeah, they use slang or expressions that probably aren't understood by all audience.
And uses any sort of blinking text outside of the riveting 90s nostalgic blog piece. Okay, stop with the
we did a fun little segment a couple weeks ago on the right colors and doing some A/B testing on the colors for your website.
Right.
Just changing the color, your call to action buttons from green to red had an increase of over 30% of people clicking on it. But again, thinking about your website, gone through the website with a fine-tooth comb and you're reading every single word, you're looking at every single picture matches just perfectly, and you're like so into it, right? Because you've created it. But think about the end user. They're going to scan it, kind of like your emails.
Right.
Like you spend all this time writing these very lengthy emails or these very lengthy proposals. People want bullet points, something quick and easy I can scan through and get the information. So if we consider the 10-second attention span rule, then don't put large chunks of paragraphs on the home page of your website. Just don't. Or really, any page. Again, the blogs are a little bit of an exception. So people are busier than ever these days. So if your content is not easily digestible, means I need it in little popcorn, little pieces, just little snack bites, then you can kiss that 10-second good first impression. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Great segment. Thank you so very much. What's that? Charlie, our producer's chiming into us. Oh, no. It's coming. It's mobile. Get in.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Women-owned businesses are on the rise, but where do you go when the bank says no? Ladies, you know it's tough to secure the capital necessary to launch or develop a new business. You need to know attorney Steve Replin of the Replin Law Group. Steve specializes in helping women secure hard money lending when no one else will step up. You have an ally in Steve Replin. He has the knowledge and resources to get you the money you need to grow your business. Call Steve today. It's Money in the Bank, your bank. 303-322-7919 or replinlawgroup.com.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in. All your computer quirks and hang-ups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place for finding the companies who have the best customer testimonials. Plus, to make it even easier, we narrowed down the field to only 3 companies in your area. If you need a printer in the metro area, we have it. If you need ink and toner, we have it. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at experiencepros.com. Experiencepros.com for the best in customer service. When you're looking for the best, think Experience Pros. You can feel good about doing business with the pros.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706. Or visit RivieraFinance.com.
As a business owner, you know what it's like to wear a bunch of hats, and we know it too, which is why our very best advice to you is to outsource your accounting to By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. Philip Aronoff is well known to listeners and members of the Experience Pros Network. He was voted the best bookkeeper in the state of Colorado during the fan Braggin contest, and he can absolutely help you build your business while making sure your accounting is all taken care of. Call Philip today and take that bookkeeping hat off for good. 720-837-0860. That's 720-837-0860.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Braggin Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune in to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
Grassroots Radio Colorado with Chris Cook tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
It's mobile again. The apocalypse is here.
I had to take my headphones off for that one. I have sensitive ears.
I know, but you know what? We need to tell them about Mobilegeddon.
Batten the hatches, call up the guards. The end of the tech world is near. I was actually searching. I was out visiting somebody yesterday and she told me about a new company, so I pulled it up on my phone, right? Because that's what you do.
Pull everything up on your phone. It's Mobilegeddon.
And here's this great company. They've been doing these great things. They're very established, nice little corporation, do all this fabulous stuff, won all these great awards. But their website is not mobile friendly.
What?
I could not, after like sliding and squishing and trying, I'm like, oh, forget it.
Oh, you had to do the pinch move?
Oh, I tried, and I'm moving stuff around.
Listen, if you have to pinch more than an inch on your website is not fat. And I'm talking with BH.
All right. So we all know that a couple of months ago, Google kind of changed some of the algorithms, and it was infamously nicknamed Mobilegeddon. And here's the thing. If your website wasn't mobile-friendly, when it came to search engine optimization, which means easily found when people are searching for you, only the sites that are mobile-friendly or that have been modified for the additional tech platforms such as smartphones and tablets are going to be ranked higher in the algorithms.
Listen, you've got a year and a half before the apocalypse truly hits. Right now, only 57% of our mobile internet users of the humanity in the United States are using their mobile internet. But by
2017, almost
91%. There will be no place to hide.
Right. Around 3 billion users are expected to use the internet via their phone.
Don't say you haven't been warned.
I know. So we are warning you, and we all know it's coming. Like we've been, I think a couple years ago, talked about optimizing your websites for smartphones and things like that. But, it was really you almost thought, well, why bother? Like my customers aren't. My customers are really using the smartphones. How many of them are really looking me up on the internet?
34% of them uses their mobile access as primary forms of internet usage.
34%.
Hello?
That's a third, and it's only going to increase. And then the projected mobile internet users is obviously going to increase to 91%, almost 100%. 9 out of 10 people are actually going to be using their smartphones to look you up.
Maybe we're just overreacting.
Well, all right, so maybe it is just a bunch of internet market researchers hypothesizing, right? But Google is the search engine of choice for most internet users, right? It's the verb, right?
It's the verb and with the article. It's the Google.
It is the Google. So any change that they have is going to have significant effects on any company's bottom line. And so let's see, an example, several years ago in 2011, an algorithm change initiated by Google was estimated to cost $1 billion in annual revenue for companies who were heavily dependent on internet traffic for their profit.
So yeah, kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. So does your website pass the test? There's actually, you can actually go online and there's a website, when you check the Google, you can ask it, do I pass the mobility test?
Right.
Enter in your website, and it'll tell you your score. But here's some things that are some key factors.
Do you remember when Flash was the really cool? I'm not talking about Flash Dance. She's a maniac. No.
Is your website a maniac?
No. If you're using Flash because you thought it was so cool, and back in the day it really was, guess what? It doesn't work on mobile phones. Most mobile phones can't handle Flash, so pour some water on that thing.
Put the flash out.
Right.
And again, going and looking through a tablet or a smartphone. Look at your website. Can you read and view the content without the zooming or like scrolling horizontally?
I'm telling you, if you have to pinch an inch or scroll anymore, get rid of those scrolls and stop it.
Are there links and navigational buttons placed far enough apart so the correct one can be easily tapped on a smartphone? Now, the nice thing is you can pinch to make it bigger, to separate the buttons.
You can, but even still, that's an extra step. If you can make it so that your mobile presentation across all platforms, mind you, across all platforms. So it works on a Samsung, it works on a Google phone, it works on a Microsoft phone, it works on an iPhone. Those kinds of things are so critical, and those navigation buttons can be coded to be placed far enough so that one doesn't have to fat finger or even widen the picture.
And here's the thing, your web designers, your content strategists, your PR, all of them should be talking mobile. Whenever they're talking about you, about your strategy, about your website, about anything, they should all be talking the language of mobile. They should already be on board with all of this.
The phrase that you're really looking for when you talk to your web designer, and of course we have many web designers on our Extreme Customer Service Directory, all of whom are fluent in this verbiage, is your website. I'm talking about your home page website responsive. Coded responsive means that it is set for mobile, so that no matter what the size of the screen. Interesting, I was having a conversation with Daryl Stern Inbound Marketing, yesterday, and I was asking him about a certain layout of a grid design that we were working on for my website. And I said, okay, but how do I know if it's going to have 4 blocks across the thing or 3 blocks? And he says, you don't. It's defined by the number of the width of your screen. And he started dragging his screen to the left, and all of a sudden the 4 blocks turned into 3 blocks, turned into a grid of 2 blocks, and then turned into what you see on your cell phone, a 1-block grid. And I'm like, I got it.
I'll tell you what, you ever want to have marketing, internet marketing, online, anything, website, all of that explained to you in a way that you just kind of go, I get it?
Right.
That's Daryl Stern.
SternDMB.com.
Sign up for a Stern storming session with him. You will love it. You will walk away finally getting it. And I think that's one of the, he's walked us through it. He's walked many of our clients through it.
Yep.
Just finally just understanding the whole thing of why we do what we do. Because I think a lot of times you hear something, oh, okay, it's supposed to be on my smartphone. We just dismiss the true value of why that's important. But when you have a Stern storming session with Daryl, you'll find how valuable all of that information is. And then you will not want to put it off. I promise you.
Oh, you are absolutely 100% correct.
All right. Well, there's a lot of fun stuff going on our Experience Pros calendar. Check out experiencepros.com. We've changed the banner on the website at experiencepros.com to reflect that not only did Experience Pros win Best of the Best with Colorado Community Media, we won Best Morning Radio Show, which means out of all the radio shows in all the morning, you guys love and
AM
voted
and
for
FM?
AM and FM.
Wow.
And FM. All those morning drivers who listen to their favorite, music stations on the way to work, they voted for us to be the best morning, for Experience Pros to be the best morning radio show. Not in the afternoon, not in the evening, not overnight, but in the morning, we are your favorite go-to radio show.
And according to that same group, the Colorado
Community Media.
Yep, Colorado Community Media. You have one place to go when you're looking for the best in customer service. Where could it be? The Extreme Customer Service Directory, found only at experiencepros.com. experiencepros.com/directory. That's where you go to find the best in business. And if you are the best in business, by golly, it's time to stop dragging your feet. Let's get together and make you visible.
Absolutely. We would love to partner with you. We'd love to just have this rising tide lift all amazing, positive, awesome ships. We want to make you feel more awesome. And you can do that by applying at experiencepros.com. And check out the directory. It is an application.
Yep.
We only take three companies per region.
That is correct. And there are 9 economic regions across the state of Colorado.
And you have to qualify by offering great customer service. We're going to find out what your customers think about doing business with you.
All right. Well, special thanks again for all those who have voted. And don't forget, we are playing in the Small Business Big Game contest. It's a $5 million commercial during the Super Bowl, the largest sporting event in the world. Charlie, check me on that. I'm pretty sure that's accurate, but it could be a soccer event with FIFA, although they're in a little trouble. Folks, we got to take a quick top of the hour news break, but the good news is we've got a whole nother hour of positive business talk coming next. So please don't do anything except turn up the volume. Remember to do business with the people who do business with the pros, without whom there would be no Experience Pros radio show.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
With CudaSign, paperless e-signing is a no-brainer for any business that requires legally binding signatures fast. That's because CudaSign offers everything you should expect from an electronic signature solution for just $1 per month. CudaSign cuts document turnaround time as much as 90%, thanks in part to its #1 rated mobile app. And CudaSign's secure cloud stores documents for on-demand tracking and retrieval, saving you even more time and money. Don't think twice. Get CudaSign now for just $1 per month. Go to CudaSign.com.
Shaquille O'Neal for Icy Hot.
If you've got pain, you need the patch.
The Icy Hot Patch. Powerful, targeted, fast-acting pain relief that stays put without the mess. Icy to dull the pain, hot to relax it away. In a variety of sizes. From back, shoulders, knees, even arthritis. So you're covered whenever and wherever you're hurt. Stop pain right at the source with Icy Hot Patches.
Pain's no match for the Icy Hot Patch.
For temporary topical pain relief, use only as directed.
KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver. Listen live at klz560radio.com. KLZ 560.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm Chris Barnes. The nation's largest retailer dropping the Confederate flag. Walmart saying it's removing all merchandise sporting the flag from its stores as well as from its website. A company spokesman saying in a statement, Walmart never wants to offend anyone with its merchandise. The Walmart decision coming on the heels of South Carolina's Republican Governor Nikki Haley calling for taking that flag down from the South Carolina Capitol grounds.
It's time to move the flag from the Capitol grounds.
Former Arkansas governor and Republican presidential candidate lending his support for the efforts to bring the flag down.
I salute Governor Haley and the other people of South Carolina for saying, look, if this is a distraction, if this is something that inflames people, it's not that important to us.
Huckabee speaks on Fox and Friends. The husband, a prison worker, talked of killing as she helps two convicted murderers escape. Says Joyce Mitchell admits it to him, but says she couldn't go through with it.
She would never went through with it after she told me that she really loved me and she was in too deep.
Lyle Mitchell speaking on NBC's Today Show. As the hunt for the killers intensifies, that part of the story from the Blaze Radio's Robin Walensky.
They're closing in on the two killers, 1,000 members of law enforcement on the hunt for the two men who break out of prison in upstate New York. Their DNA turning up inside a seasonal hunting cabin in the town of Owl's Head, about 20 miles from the facility. Now inside, detectives find prison-issued white boxer shorts, boots, bloody socks, peanut butter, and water. But most important, fingerprints. Also new in the investigation, a report the prison worker who reportedly had sexual relations with both men. Well, it turns out she smuggles the tools into the prison inside large packages of frozen hamburger meat.
And the Northeast bracing for the same kind of severe weather that's hammered the Midwest. The storm system packing strong winds could also spawn tornadoes from the Ohio Valley to New England. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network. Truth, Liz.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 Denver. Dana Lash after Grassroots Radio Colorado on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business, and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Award-winning now, able to say that we are the best morning talk show in the state of Colorado. Thank you very much, Colorado Community Media, and all those who voted for us. We're very, very grateful.
It is so exciting, and to hear about that, we were actually told we got a bunch of votes had come in for both the Experience Pros Radio Show as Best Morning Radio Show and the Extreme Customer Service Directory for Best in Customer Service. You'd think, well, of course, but it wasn't a shoe-in. We were up against some pretty tough competition, both for Best Morning Radio Show and Best in Customer Service. But when you are looking for Who do I hire? Who should I do for my web design? Who should I hire for SEO? Who should I hire for marketing? Who should I get as my real estate agent? All of that right there on the Extreme Customer Service Directory, found only at experiencepros.com. And we have a category for you. I think so often when we're participating in a lot of these directory listings, or there's competitions around town, we're limited on the category.
Sure.
Not with Experience Pros. We have a category for you. We had somebody came to us, they videotape inside of your pipes. Who had a video spy locating category? Experience Pros.
We did.
Absolutely.
You bet. The answer is absolutely every time. So love that. Just want to give a quick shout out to should I call him a micropreneur?
Well, you can just an entrepreneur.
He's an entrepreneur.
Well, I guess you want to call him a micropreneur
He's kind of a micropreneur.
because of his age.
He's 9 years old.
He's a young one. He's a
he really
young
is.
entrepreneur.
We got to meet him today, and we love our job so much. This is one of the highlights of what we get to do is we get to meet entrepreneurs. And little Jack Bonneau, forgive me if I pronounce that incorrectly. Jack Bonneau is the entrepreneur of Jack's Stands. Lemonade, Entrepreneurship, and Financial Literacy, in other words, LEAF. This young man has a lemonade stand. Oh, but not just any lemonade stand. He is licensed by the state of Colorado to be an entrepreneur, and we got to shake his hand and meet him today. It was a highlight of our day.
I'll tell you what, when you've heard about some of those lemonade stands getting shut down because they didn't have the proper license,
those police
sales
need
license.
to be doing something a little more serious, I think.
I know, you'd think there'd be plenty more for them to be participating and taking care of than shutting down the little kids.
But gosh, I respect the extra effort that Jack has gone through, right?
Absolutely. So he's licensed. He is running himself as an official business. He's done all, set himself up. He's a true entrepreneur.
Sanitizes his plates and dishes and stuff.
He follows all of the rules. And actually, we're going to try and eventually we're going to work on getting him here on the show, just so you guys can hear from him. But how exciting is that? He wanted something. He wanted a toy. Something his dad thought, well, you know what? That's a little extravagant. If you want to, you've got to go and earn that. And what a good skill set. Rather than just the handout and saying, I'm entitled and I should, and because you're that, blah, 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 blah. No, he went out and he earned it. And the value of earning, having to pay back the business, the cost of running a business, all of that, just valuable lessons. And I think there are some fun activities going on in some of our schools these days. Ameritown is one of them, and they do some fun little activities. I know there's a middle school in Highlands Ranch just did their own little Shark Town type thing where the kids had to present their business plan. And so just fun things to let us know we have options out there. And so kudos to all those entrepreneurs out there who took that leap of faith and said, I'm going to start my own business. And, it takes everything you've got. You put more into it than you thought you even had possible. But you're creating a legacy, and you're doing some amazing things. And so kudos to you, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Experience Pros Radio Show for just a little more inspiration and education in your day.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about 4 different ways to get more business. That's what you want, right? More business. So don't go anywhere. That's coming next. The most positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Finding care for an aging parent or loved one can be a simple and hassle-free process with Home Care Assistance Denver by your side. They are locally owned and provide hourly as well as 24/7 live-in services by caregivers that are custom-matched based on client needs. They personalize every care plan to fit your loved one's very specific needs. Call them today to schedule your free in-home assessment. 720-443-3371. 720-443-3371. More information can be found at homecareassistancedenver.com. They love serving your loved ones. Call now, 720-443-3371.
When your IT person says your VPN's PPTP failed because the IP conflict caused a protocol failure, all you seem to hear is blah blah money, blah blah last time. We're C-Squared Computer Consulting. We speak geek fluently, but we translate when talking to you. When you understand the issues, you can better prioritize your money and time. Our managed services provide a stable spending model with system monitoring and trust. Call C-Squared Computer Consulting today at 303-933-1113 or go to c2cc.net.
With rising health costs, unplanned chronic illness, and people living longer, your retirement planning is more important than ever. Many business owners aren't even covered. Talk about it with someone you trust. Call me today, and let's explore what is the best answer for you. 720-356-6474. 720. This is Tune In every Monday morning for more tips at 11:35 right here on the Experience Pros radio show.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place for finding the companies who have the best customer testimonials. Plus, to make it even easier, we narrowed down the field to only 3 companies in your area. If you need a printer in the metro area, we have it. If you need ink and toner, we have it. Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at experiencepros.com. experiencepros.com for the best in customer service. When you're looking for the best, think Experience Pros. You can feel good about doing business with the pros.
It was once said the pen was mightier than the sword. We are living in a time now that is demanding the Republic to speak up. Our elected officials need to hear from you. Commit now to send at least one of your representatives the pen. The pen is a bi-monthly publication with news, opinions, and insights for only $24.95. Order yours and order theirs from CSC Talk Radio, P.O. Box 73, California, Missouri 65018, or online at csctalkradio.com. Get your hands on the pen and share constitutional truth with your elected officials.
Advertising is really effective, especially for small business. Turn your company into a household name by advertising on the Experience Pros radio show. We'll help you build a trusted reputation with the professionals who listen to the program. You'll connect with the right audience and at the right price. Advertise with the Experience Pros radio show. Sign up at experiencepros.com and put your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue. Sign up today and start advertising with the Experience Pros at experiencepros.com.
Dana Lash, tonight at 8 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Here we go again. I kinda wanna be more than friends, so take it easy on me. I'm afraid.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. We want to be not just kind of, we really want to be more than just friends.
Absolutely. And when we think about when we're building business relationships, how does that look? You don't usually stop at just one little, you had something there. We want to be more than just friends. Well, what do you want to be? Like
Love us.
Oh, goodness.
Just saying. All right, so I sidetracked everybody now.
Yeah, you did.
Listen, Brad Sugars wrote an article on entrepreneur.com that we're going to share with you. Do you get new customers or do you buy them?
Well, we all want more customers, right? I think there's an element of, I was chatting with somebody several days ago. Company's been around in business. They've won many, many awards in business. And, how's things going? So, we could always use a few more customers, but everything's going great. And you think, okay, is it ever going to end that you are going to need more customers? But it doesn't. There's an ebb and flow to business. Your business is growing. As your business grows, your costs increase, so therefore your revenues need to increase, which means you're always in the market for finding new customers, a stable of customers to tap into for repeat purchases. But there are probably only a limited number of ways that people are actually getting new customers.
Well, and the reason I asked the question, are you buying them or getting them, is you have to pay in order to
pay the piper.
Well, everything has an opportunity cost. Everything has a value associated. Your time has a value associated with it. Your marketing has a value associated with it. So here are 4 simple ways to buy new customers.
To buy new customers. Number 1 on the top of the list is advertising.
Absolutely.
The key to advertising successfully is to generate promising leads in exchange for the money you spend. To do so.
Can we park the car there for just a moment?
All right.
The key to advertising successfully is to generate promising leads in exchange for the money you spent. It doesn't mean you're going to get the transaction. It's the lead. What do you do with the leads?
Well, think about, a lot of times you're out and you're meeting people, right? And you have probably met, let's just say, 50 people
Sure.
in the last month, right? Or let's say 100, because that's going to be my little math thing. Out of those 100 people that you've had interactions with, what's your conversion rate? How often do you turn somebody that you meet into a new customer? And what is the length of time, and what is that process? Just advertising doesn't eliminate that process. It doesn't automatically improve your conversion rate. It just increases the number of people. So if you normally would meet 100 people, well, now you get to meet 10,000 people, but your conversion rate is still the same.
Right.
So you just add more, whatever that percentage is. But the key in advertising is bringing in more leads. You still have to have a great sales process.
The whole process of advertising is putting your brand in front of your target market.
So maybe we should back up the car before we talk about getting new customers.
Right.
Because all of these things are actually bringing more people into your sales process, these four things.
You have a sales process. That's a different commentary.
I know. But so if we're going to talk about that and you're bringing in more people, the act of bringing in new people into what? Like, what are you doing? And do you have that sales process? Do you have it defined? Because it's in the process that you'll see the success, that you can duplicate and repeat that over and over again, no matter who they talk to, whether they come in through your website, whether they come in by phone, whether they come in through an advertisement. How are they coming into? And so defining and perfecting that sales process and having incredible customer service throughout the entire process. So once you have all of that, now we go out and we attract new leads.
All right, here's another way to get more of those leads: networking and getting those referrals. Landing referrals from networking or past business associations isn't just a cheap way to pick up new business. It's also a way to pick up customers with the highest retention rates.
Yeah, referral customers tend to purchase more over time and in turn become a source of additional referrals.
How do you find a referral? Give one.
Absolutely, absolutely. Next one is teaming up. Kind of like collaboration.
Absolutely.
Our friends over at Extreme Relationship Management call it having your A team. But, leveraging available resources by teaming up with a power partner. Maybe you guys each have if you do something with me, I'll give you a voucher to go and do business with them, and vice versa. And you're each marketing each other. Maybe in your newsletters. These are affiliate marketing kind of comes to mind as well. So examples, I remember getting on my receipt from the shoe store to go over to the office supply store that was in the same shopping center.
Every time I do my groceries, I get a discount on my oil change, my next oil change over at Grease Monkey. So take that partnership one step further, and you've developed what's called a strategic alliance. And this is really kind of cool because with a strategic alliance, you build a collaborative team whose fabric is literally woven together. You might have a web designer and ad agency working together to help. And maybe you even bring in a printer and somebody who's great at customer retention. And then you've got a power team.
We actually watched that type of power team put together through within the Extreme Customer Service Directory, the Experience Pros Network. We encourage those power partners and we encourage that collaboration, because a lot of times you share the same customer base or a big crossover in the same customer base, and rather than compete against each other, work together. We know that our consumers have a limited number of dollars that they get to spend, and so putting together something very strategic helps them to just leverage their dollars even further as well. And so strategic alliances, power partners, networking and referrals, and advertising. 4 ways to make sure that your brand and new customers are hearing about you.
What's that? You want more? Okay. We'll come back and give you even more ways to get more customers coming next on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
The business professionals at Extreme Relationship Management know that networking is one of the best ways to create word-of-mouth marketing for your business. They also know that many of you feel like it's a complete waste of time. The difference is knowing how to network and what to do with all those business cards that you collect. Tune in every Thursday to learn about the ERM networking laws, and be sure to sign up for the next ERM class. Extreme Relationship Management offers training and events to help you realize how rewarding networking can be. Train the ERM way. Find them online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com and call 855-I-LIKE-ERM to find out more about their next class.
Let's face it, most phone systems are old and outdated, or they're so complicated it takes a PhD just to change your voicemail. Introducing Edgetronics, your answer to all your business telephone needs. Edgetronics is authorized and certified by Avia, and they'll not only replace your old phones with new solutions, they'll train your staff on how to get the most out of them. Proudly serving up and down the Front Range for over 10 years, Edgetronics wants to be your next phone system provider. Call them today at 303-766-1699 or online at Edgetronics, that's with an X.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Gentlemen, it's time to step it up a notch. I'm talking about your clothing. Sure, we're all super casual here in Colorado, but there's something to be said for dressing to match your market. You need personal stylist Michelle Martinez. Michelle will come to where you are, custom measure you for an unmatched fit, and help you find your next outfit, all without breaking the bank. Luxury starts with premium materials, and Michelle's got the best Italian fabrics. And talk about value, your clothes delivered straight to you, saving you tons. Call Michelle today, 720-261-4914. That's 720-261-4914.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432, NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
The Dana Show with Dana Lash, tonight at 8 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a love and I know that it's all mine. Oh.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Gratefully accepting the award for Best Morning Radio Show here in Colorado. Very exciting.
It is very exciting. Colorado Community Media, big announcement coming out this week for all sorts of companies and being named Best of the Best. Experience Pros, Best of the Best, Best Morning Radio Show, and then the Extreme Customer Service Directory, our own business directory, won for Best Customer Service.
Oh, thank God. All right, Paul Lemberg wrote a great article on how to get more business. Everybody needs new business, right?
Absolutely, and we talked to four kind of main things that we would all think about, right? Ways that we can really be strategic with our marketing and making sure we're bringing in new customers. But these type of strategies that we're going to talk about are really short to medium-term tactics designed to put cash in your bank account within the next 30 to 90 days.
Number one is hire a salesperson, or if you already have a salesperson, hire another one. You might not be able to pay them a salary, so make it 100% commission, and make the commission generous.
Of course, pay their expenses, and this works best if you have a sales process in place.
Hello.
We talked about at the very beginning that process is duplicatable. It doesn't always have to flow through your fingers, and so bring on an extra salesperson if it's time to bring in some extra money. And those, because it's short term and it's quick, make sure those compensations are generous.
Number two, get some sales training. And by the way, if you're looking for some great sales training for simple sales, the Sandler selling system is a great a training process for those simple sales. If you're looking for something a little more complex, Mike Bosworth's customer-centric selling is a great tool for those complex sales.
Yeah, and those are referred to you by Paul Lemberg, who this article is coming from. Number 3, start a referral program. This doesn't simply mean just asking for referrals, but having a system in place to garner those referrals. Do it systematically, have a method to ask, and have a method in place to refer people who do refer you.
Consistency.
Or reward people who refer you.
Consistency is the key to this being effective. If you are hodgepodge about your referrals, your referral system, your system of rewarding, you will train the behavior of people not trusting you.
Absolutely. If you sell a service, consider adding products that complement it, and vice versa. If you sell products, adding a service to it, kind of a, we'll build it, we'll help you use it, we'll help you put it together, we'll help you deliver it, we'll do all the little parts for you. Just adding a piece to what you're already selling.
Hey, listen, if you're one of those folks who sells consulting, you've got a consulting business of one sort or another, consider bundling specific services into a productized form. Give it a name, make the price fixed. You know, when you bundle, they've all taught us, when you bundle, you can afford to do more for less, and it's a good deal.
Yeah, packaging is always a super fun way to bring in more money.
You bet.
Maybe it's time to even raise your prices. In the beginning, you might be doing a lot of discounting, you might be doing a lot of beta testing, but people often undervalue what what they do, and they charge way too little for it, and we see it often. We're probably the cobbler shoes on that one. But a lot of times people will discount, like right off the bat at the very beginning. You don't even need to offer that discount. And so if you're offering a bunch of discounts, maybe you just stop. Maybe it's time to raise your prices a little bit. And when you raise your prices at 10% price, you'll probably lose about 10% of your customers.
Sure.
But you'll pick them up and you'll make it up
in volume.
In volume.
Absolutely. Look, we just talked about joint ventures and strategic alliances. We can't say enough about that. The more people you lock arms with and collaborate with, the more people on your A team and you are on their A team for it, the better your business will grow.
All right, so this one is going to hurt, but this is what we should be doing all along anyways.
Hello.
According to Paul, he calls it the Rolodex routine.
Oh.
This means going through your Rolodex, your database, your address list, and name by name, and call everyone who looks promising for something, for selling, for networking, for referrals, for even how are you doing? And how can we help each other? What can we do to help each other? But those phone calls, I know it seems like the phone is going to weigh 100 pounds when you first start making those calls, which is why if it's been a while since you've touched base with somebody, they haven't heard from you, we don't recommend picking up the phone and doing sales calls. We actually pick up the phone and recommend invitations.
Right.
Invite them to something. Invite them to coffee. Invite them to an event. If you're part of a trade association and there's an event going on, a book signing, a ribbon cutting, a grand opening, a networking event, invite them to go along with you. Put your brand, start building back that relationship. If the only time they hear from you is for a sales pitch, it's unlikely they're actually even going to take your call.
Right.
But there are probably people that you need to follow up with. There are people that you have had conversations with. There's people that you met with. There's people that have come through your doors.
And if you're not ready to ping them,
purge.
Purge them.
Get rid of them. Get rid of them. But, the follow-up is where, and the phone calls and the reconnection is really where the people aren't sitting around bored out of their knockers going, who can I give my money to today? We're just not thinking that. Who should I spend money on? Even if your product or service is something I want or something I need, my calendar's full. I'm going 1,000,000 miles a minute. If you want the sale, you're going to have to call me.
Absolutely.
Not because I'm putting you off, but because I'm busy and you're going to have to nail me down.
All right, now here's an interesting one that's going to kind of cause you to raise your eyebrow here. Remember, the idea of this segment is to help you get more business, but Paul Lemberg says this. He says, offer the opportunity to let your key influencers give away some of your time or some of your product.
Ooh.
Okay, do you remember back in the day when we were in elementary school and junior high, we were always warned of the drug dealers who were sitting just on the outside of the fence of the school, right? Because what would they do? They would, hey kid, you want some of this? Free today, right? Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Why? Because we're going to get you hooked. If you're any good at what you do, and if your product is any good at all, if you give it away, sample, sample, sample.
Well, you know who does that is a lot of the, when you downloaded an app, right?
Yeah.
You've downloaded an app for a game or an activity or some kind of resource, and it's free, right?
Right.
But once you get there, then to add a little extra services, a little more bonuses, a little more goodies, then there's some charges that are included in that. And so bringing them in for free, you walk through the mall, and what they give you, little samples.
Right.
And so sampling is a great fun idea. I'll give you a little sample, little teaser.
Betcha.
Samples is a great way to just put it in somebody's hands. When we used to speak, when we were doing book events, we would pass the books around so people could hold the book. And once they had it in their hand, it's kind of hard to let go and to give that back. And so putting your information and your stuff in their hand by sampling, either through key influencers or your own, is awesome. All right, so if you have a service, consider turning it into an educational course. Do a workshop, an e-course, a telecourse, a printed home study course.
One of the things that the Small Business Development Center taught us early on in our business development was, if you're going to be speaking, if you're going to be writing, if you're going to be doing anything, or you create that experience, why not leverage that into multiple products?
Absolutely. And so all that you've got a lot of intellectual property. I don't even know where that slang came from. Property, intellectual property. You can actually turn those into products that you can sell on your website. Leverage your website into a store, an e-commerce site where people are actually coming to and buying. Maybe it's 99-cent white papers and ebooks and downloads. Something to just kind of start and sample. But the know, like, and trust factor is minimal at that place. If you've already got it and you've got an existing customer base, you can add more products and services to include that, just kind of an add-on. It's the whole adage of, do you want fries with that?
Absolutely. Finally, we're going to wrap up our conversation with how to get more business with where we started our conversation at the top of the hour, and that is, don't be afraid to niche. Focus your market. Many people try to cover too much ground. By becoming a noted expert in a tightly defined market niche, you power of all your marketing efforts, bringing in more business for every marketing dollar you spend. Doesn't mean you're not going to serve those others, but you've nailed it down to your niche. And by the way, if you've done it well in one market, think about shifting into the next market, something adjacent where you've exhausted here, and maybe your niche is just plain broke. Shift into an adjacent market niche, and you can bring all kinds of new business. There you go. All right, hey, listen, we've got a great guest in the queue waiting for you. Brian Greenberg is going to talk about your credibility crisis, how to develop customer trust, coming next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Let's face it, you're stuck. Sure, your business is stable, but you've been floundering it even for too long. It's time to call Stephanie Scheller. Stephanie is a systems, business, and marketing coach who's helped over 300 companies improve their results by setting up systems and holding them accountable to trackable growth. Sometimes all you need is a fresh perspective and a little bit of accountability to break through to the next level of your success story. Call Stephanie today, 210-426-6956, and just talk to her. 210-426-6956. She can help. It's your business. Call today.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Every day, hundreds, if not thousands, of people are searching online for what your business has to offer. SharpNet Solutions can help you get found, just like they did for Vera at Lovebug Matchmaking.
SharpNet has really helped our business expand to 60 miles around our business. Being able to be seen online and being able to be seen through searches has made an enormous difference.
SharpNetSolutions.com or 303-900-4988.
Advertising is really effective, especially for small business. Turn your company into a household name by advertising on the Experience Pros radio show. We'll help you build a trusted reputation with the professionals who listen to the program. You'll connect with the right audience and at the right price. Advertise with the Experience Pros radio show. Sign up at experiencepros.com and put your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue. Sign up today and start advertising with the Experience Pros at experiencepros.com.
Wake up with Randy Corcoran, 5 to 8 tomorrow morning on KLZ 560.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Hey, is there a credibility crisis going on in your business?
Do you look much better online?
So much better looking online.
Right? Are you just like that company, award-winning, mogul, mega business on the internet?
Throwing the flag.
Well, we brought in our guest, Brian Greenberg, an entrepreneur who actually has multiple online businesses. We're going to talk about the credibility crisis. He is recognized as one of the most creative people in the insurance industry, and he's going to give us 4 surefire strategies for creating consumer trust. Brian, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Brian, very nice to have you along with us. Okay, let's start with this. Consumers have changed over the last decade, driven in large part by what? What's the difference, and what's making the difference?
The difference is the internet. People have access to make their decisions, and they do this incredible amount of research. I'd like to throw 4 quick statistics at you that are very important. 81% of shoppers conduct online research before they make a purchase.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think I do a lot of research.
Absolutely. And 61% begin their search by typing something into a search engine.
Yes, the Google.
And 61% read product reviews before making a purchase.
You've got me pinned.
You have to.
Absolutely.
You have to, right? Yes.
And on average, consumers will visit 3 sites before deciding where to make that purchase.
I know. We're going to check out your sites, even if we were referred. Do you find that to be true, Brian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially as far as the credibility. They
looked at it. All right. So the internet has totally changed. It's changed our buying habits, our behavior, what we know. I know the auto them upside down.
So they're using both positive and negative reviews to help choose a product. Basically what they're doing is they want to find something with the most reviews, the most recent reviews, to decrease the risk of purchasing the incorrect product.
Absolutely. So when we translate that now to the behavior that we're trying to offer to our listeners, business owners,
Absolutely. The first thing people can do is get testimonials and list it on their own website. But consumers are pretty savvy about that. They know the businesses can control those. So oftentimes the last phase in that buying process is to actually check up on the reputation of the company.
Absolutely.
So people are very adept in, they'll type in your company name followed by reviews or scams or complaints. And it's one of those